Welcome to the seventh session of grammar. In this session, we will take a look at the basics of verb. So first and foremost, there are three features of verb. The first one is tense, which indicates the time when the action takes place. Second, we have the mood, which tells us what the speaker or writer wants to do with the action, or what exactly does the speaker or writer conveys with the action. And third one is voice, which indicates who or what is doing this action. Before we proceed any further, we must know the basic verb forms. Now, there are three basic verb forms which we ought to know. The first one is the base form of the verb, the form of the verb that generally we use with the first person singular. For example, the word play is the base form of the verb play. So, I like to play cricket. The next form is the present participle form, which is also popularly known as the ing form. This form is used to convey the progressive or the continuous tenses. For example, playing, standing, I am playing cricket, I am standing here. These sentences indicate an action that is continuing as of now. And the third very common form of a verb is the past participle, or commonly known as the ed form of a verb. So it is called ed form because to any base form, if we add the two letters ed, we get the past participle form. And it is used to indicate the simple past, or it is used to indicate the present or past perfect tense. So I played cricket yesterday. So here the base word play has been suffixed with the letters ed to get the form played. So these are three very common forms of verbs which we will encounter very often. Next, we look at the uses of tenses, starting with the simple present tense. Now, when do we use simple present tense to express an idea? We use simple present tense to express the following ideas. It is used for habitual actions. If we want to indicate something that you do as a habit, we use it in simple present. Or it is used for generally accepted truisms, whatever is true. For example, sun rises in the east is a truism, hence we use simple present to indicate this particular sentence. Or events occurring right now. For example, I play football every day. This is a habitual action. And therefore we use present tense, simple present tense, play. I think I see my best friend over there facing the wall. Now this is an event that is occurring right now. So I see my best friend indicates that I am seeing my friend right now. Sun rises in the east, I've already told you, is an example of truism, and that is why we have used rises in the simple present tense. Next, we look at the uses of simple past and simple future. Simple past is used to indicate an action that got completed in the past. I cried when I heard the result. So the action I cried took place in the past, and that is why we've used simple past. I traveled to Mumbai last year. Again, traveled is a word which is in the simple past because this event pertains to last year, which should ideally be in the past tense. Next, simple future is used to indicate actions that take place in future. For example, I will teach verbs tomorrow. The judges will hear the case tomorrow. Again, this is in simple future tense. Next, we move on to perfect tenses. The perfect tenses are used to indicate actions that are, have been, or will be completed before another stated time. Remember, the meaning of the word perfect is completed. The perfect tenses always describe actions that are, have been, or will be completed. Let us start with present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to indicate two types of things. Number one, it is used to indicate actions that started in the past, and continue in the present. For example, I have been a member of the district cricket team for the last 5 years, which means that I started being a member 5 years before, and even today I am a member of the district cricket team. So the action started in the past and continues in the present, which is depicted visually in case 1. So here we have a timeline which shows past and present. So I became a member of the team 5 years ago, sometime in the past, and I continue to be a member even today. Next, we also use present perfect tense to indicate some actions that started in the past and finished at some unspecified time in the past. So if the time of completion of an activity is not known, we can still use present perfect tense if the action as of today is complete. For example, we have completed our assignments. Another example, we have explored all options but have not found anything that serves our requirement. So let us see on the timeline, case 2, we have past and we have present on the timeline. In the first sentence, we completed our assignments at some time in the past. That time is not known. And therefore, today we use the present perfect tense to indicate that the assignments are complete as of today. But the time of completion is not known because that time is some unspecified time in the past. Similarly, we have explored all options. So when we explored is not clear, but as of today, we have completed the action of exploring the options. So therefore, we have explored all options. Next, we look at past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to indicate sequence of events. When there are two actions that took place in the past, and if the sequence is not clear, then we use the past perfect to indicate the action that took place before. So past perfect is used to indicate an action that started in the past and was completed before some event in the past. And therefore I said that it is used to indicate the sequence of two events. Let us take an example. I had already changed 8 schools when I reached the 6th grade. So there are two actions here. Action number 1, I had already changed 8 schools. This happened sometime in the past. And I reached the 6th grade. This is also an action that happened in the past. But which of these two actions happened first? I had already changed 8 schools happened first because that is indicated in past perfect tense. So here, when nothing else indicates the sequence of events, we use the past perfect to indicate which action happened before. Let us represent this on the timeline. So past and present. We have two actions in the past, changed 8 schools, this was the first action, and reached the 6th grade, this is the second action. Both happened in the past. So we reached the 6th grade after I changed 8 schools. So the presence of past perfect indicates that the action of changing schools happened before reaching the 6th grade. Next, we look at future perfect. Future perfect tense is used to indicate an event that will be complete before a specified time in future. So, use for actions that will be completed before a specified time in future. For example, I will have completed my MBA entrance test by this time next year. Or, I will have read Dragons of Eden by this time tomorrow. Again, let us draw a timeline. We have present, we have future. In the first sentence, this time next year is a specified time in future. And I will have read and I will have completed my MBA entrance test by this time next year. For the second sentence, this time tomorrow is a specified time in future and I will have read the book before this time tomorrow. Therefore, both these sentences take the future perfect tense. So, with this, we come to an end of the first session of verbs. In the next session, we will start by looking at what is the difference between the present perfect and the simple past, which is a common error induced. And second, we will look at some other tenses like progressive tenses and the conditional tenses. In case you have any feedback regarding this session, please feel free to write to us at studentservices@pfindia.com. Thank you.